When Dale and the crew asked us to do this, there were two topics that were floated about what we could speak about. One of them would be the family dynamic of starting a team and how that all kind of plays out. And then there was also conversation of the investment side of what we do. Rowan, what was the first question you asked us when we started putting the team together? Do you remember?
Yeah, I said, are we gonna be able to keep home life and work life separate, especially considering we all still live under the same roof?
Correct. So it's pretty easy to have the oh yeahs at dinner time. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about this, or I didn't ask about this. And next thing you know, it's 8:15, right? And you're just finishing dinner, but you're still working. We have the black sheep of the family, the one other child who's in school to become an art teacher. Not involved in real estate at all, and we'd start talking, you could see the face just
her eyes.
glaze over, you know? So I think that was probably the first step in figuring out how to manage a team, especially as a family. It was hard, and I think we failed more times than we got it right, probably the first 3 to 4 months. Rowan, did you think we got it figured out eventually, or what was the turning point?
I think so. It takes some time to build habits, but between like the time blocking and the delegation of tasks, I do think that sort of helped start formulate that.
Did you guys have that too, Leselas, with keeping work separate from family?
It's definitely a challenge. It's hard to turn it off.
Yeah.
Well, real estate's kind of all-consuming too, because it happens at all times. We're trying to just flow with it.
3 or 4 months into it, probably, we sat down and had a conversation about what the workload was for Jessica with family members and 2 new agents. She had to set hers aside to help Rowan and I understand everything that was going and get that moving, but it was a change. You were used to just, it's Monday, this is my routine, this is this.
Just keep the train
Rowan
going.
and I are sitting there going, wait, what do we do on Mondays? You know, how do we get this going? So I think that was probably one of the stepping stones to getting it figured out.
And all those path to success steps that we take through Realty Executives help with that too, like the Buffini training. It sort of helps you to wrangle. What are you doing daily? What are you doing weekly? What are you doing monthly?
What percentage of your business is investment versus helping other buyers and sellers?
Right now, primarily for me, it's probably 75-25 investment side of things. When the family team came about, obviously Jessica handles all the properties we're selling, right? And so at first I'm like, well, if I get licensed, I can be in the conversation officially. I would like to see it shift more and be less investment and more real estate.
Can you tell us why you wanted to shift from less investments to more real estate transactions?
Because it focuses more on the family team, right? There's a secondary benefit.
We are here to help people.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that's bottom line.
That's been our biggest thing, and the investment side's been great, and I'm sure Leselas can attest to this. I'm just using them because they're in the room, and I know they've done a ton of work. Some of the most rewarding properties that we've purchased over the years are the ones where you really help somebody out of a bad situation.
I think no matter what we do, whether we are working on and getting an investment property and helping somebody out of a jam, or creating something for a new family to live in, or just writing contracts for our clients, friends, family, it's like, I mean, you guys understand, half of you are in real estate because you want to make sure that you sort of protect your people.
Even if you're family members or not, when you're on a team, if you're not collaborating with each other, that you're losing a part of a team.
Yep.
Like the 3 of us, I mean, obviously we're technically family because we're sister-in-laws, but even with Mercedes now on our team, it's such a well-oiled machine of, hey guys, I'm really struggling with this particular issue. What would you do? And like just this week, we're trying to get something off market together between a Sadie's buyers and my sellers. And without Haley's input, we would not have been a step closer to that. She can be so straight to the point and factual versus I'm kind of like, la la la, like this is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to be. And you're going to do it this way. And it's going to be great. Or she's like, these are the facts. This is the hard curve. And here's what's happening. So I think when you talk about your situations and what's going on with each other, it actually blends better if you do it together. Yep. Like we don't review each other's offers, but we actually tell each other every single offer we're writing and what's going in that offer. And then just last week, it was like, hey, Sadie, add this to your offer. Gets accepted. So it's like, you got to start doing stuff like that versus the lead, kind of like Dale says, like when he had Dale's home selling team, it was Dale's home selling team, and then people saw everybody underneath it, when really it was actually one whole team. And I think that if your clients see that and other agents see that, you'd have more success.
If you were to give somebody more of like maybe not even the 10,000 foot view, but the 1,000 foot view of like how to reverse engineer a flip to make sure they don't learn through hard knocks of like, well, that was a lot of time and we barely broke even.
You guys have never done that, have you?
No. Everything's been a home run, each and every one we've done. We're in and out of a property, and our goal is to keep that appointment 45 minutes to an hour, and typically we're writing an offer and leaving it with them. So we have to have a system in place to be able to look at a property, like you said, back out the numbers and figure out what it is we want to do with it. What do we talk about? What's your line? What's the most important thing?
Budget.
Yeah, budget is key. We each have, and I know even Rowan has opinions on this, things that you want to do to the house. For me, my Achilles was always interior doors. I don't know why I fixated on replacing interior doors as often as I could.
We wasted so much money replacing
Yeah,
interior
it
doors.
turns out as long as the doors are in good
can just
shape and they're
paint them.
clean and or painted, people don't really
still
notice
work.
the doors all that much, you know. And so, light fixtures was a big one for you
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah.
You know, so the 1,000-foot view is
When to stop, fussing. You have to call it at some point and go, this is a clean, fresh place that someone can move into. It doesn't have to be showcase worthy.
we've done really dumb things, over remodeling bathrooms or kitchens, even structural change. Yeah, structural changes in a house that don't really need to happen, but it would look cool. Well, but cool comes with a cost.
Well, and it's tricky too, because if you, as a business, when Northway or Southway Properties LLC puts a house on the market, people look at it with a different eye than if Joe and Frank, whomever, put a house on the market. They're expecting this to be a certain level of dependable and answerable. So it's like you have to do the unbeautiful things. You have to make sure the furnace is working or the electrical is updated, or like the scary is not the cosmetic beautiful stuff always. You have to feel good about the house that you're putting back on the market because it will be under scrutiny.